Hello everyone, it's so good to see you. Today we've got a new update today, this time specifically a design update. So ever since we saw the reveal of the Donkey Kong Bonanza trailer, we've been wondering what the other Kongs might look like if they were to make an appearance in this game. We got just a little glimpse of Cranky Kong during the Nintendo Treehouse presentation, but we were wondering if Cranky Kong is here, what about Diddy Kong or Dixie Kong? Are any other Kongs going to be here with a brand new design? And are they going to look way different like Donkey Kong or pretty much the same like Cranky? Well, we have just seen a brand new update for Diddy Kong via a Reddit post. So a couple of days ago, there was a new article on Nintendo News about Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong's adventures on the Switch, and this featured specifically their old renders and designs. Well, since then, they've actually updated both of these, not just Donkey Kong with the new updates, but also Diddy Kong. And I just wanted to highlight the notable changes made to his design here. And luckily Nintendo has made this pretty easy for us. They're using the exact same pose for both renders, so we can take a very close look at what has changed and what is still pretty much the same. The face structure is a bit different now too. He's got a bit of a wider smile. He's got teeth, pretty much like how Donkey Kong was during the Bonanza trailer. All of his expressions featured having teeth. And this is notable because in the previous design, in some still art and also in some expressions, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong didn't always show their teeth. Sometimes they would shine their pearly whites, and other times they were just all gums, which the inconsistency was a little weird, and I can only imagine now, with all of his expressions, he'll always have that smile front and center. Having teeth is pretty crucial to any and all expressions that you see on a character model, and Donkey Kong has benefited greatly from having so many expressions. This can only be a positive for Diddy Kong as well. But as for other changes, Rare, when designing Diddy Kong, made the funny decision to put the Nintendo logo right there on his calf, but that seems to be gone now. There was a fun little extra bit to his design, but it kind of makes sense that they're going to remove that entirely. If you look really closely, it seems to be a pin that has the DD logo there instead now. That pin was notably seen in the Mario Bros. Movie, where Diddy Kong also had a lot of different design changes to himself as well. Some of those design changes are not carrying over. As you can see, the split apart eyes are not going to be something that we're going to see in this new design. His eyes are very much still put together in the same cartoony way that DK is, so that makes sense. In the movie, he had a very long and loose tank top, which covered all the way over his belly, which is not present here anymore. He's got a rounder belly this time. That's pretty much true for the entire design, honestly. It's rounder, smoother, looks more friendly, just a happy little monkey. The brim of the cap also looks like it pops out and extends just a little bit more than the original design as well. The only other major change that I can see worth noting is his feet. In the original, his feet just kind of looked like a bunch of nubs. Much like Donkey Kong, Diddy doesn't have a bunch of individual blobs for toes anymore. They look a lot more natural and they have individual digits. Overall, I think this is a very positive new look for Diddy Kong. Nice and refreshed and just refined. There's not too much different about him, honestly. He already was a perfect design character, so there's not much to change. And I know we're talking about Diddy Kong specifically, but Donkey Kong also looks a lot better in this render here compared to the old one. The more I see of him in this look, in this design, in games like Bonanza and Mario Kart, the more of a fan that I'm becoming, because the expression that these two are capable of is so much greater than some of the other characters in the Mario Kingdom because they have such a goofy looking face. I'm really happy with how the Kong family is starting to look in this new era. They're a bit more saturated too. And now we know what Diddy Kong would look like should he make an appearance in Donkey Kong Bonanza and in Mario Kart World. And I feel he's pretty much guaranteed to appear in both of these games. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. They definitely were saving these designs for these exact two titles going into the Switch 2 era. But yeah, I guess that just leaves us to wonder what some characters like Dixie Kong might look like. Given her appearance in the Mario Bros. Movie and also how Diddy Kong looks now, I think we have a fairly good idea of how Dixie Kong is going to look. She might have that pin that has the DX on them on her hats. She'll be a bit rounder, have her teeth showing, look a little more monkey-like in certain aspects, and pretty much I think we have an idea of what she's going to look like when she finally makes her appearance as well. The real question for me, what about Chunky Kong? Are you just going to leave my boy out like that? I'm actually really curious about how some characters like Funky Kong are going to look. Is he going to look pretty much just like DK but with that big toothy grin? I don't think they can really do any wrong with these designs going forward. I know there are still some people that aren't really a big fan of the new Donkey Kong designs, but I honestly think it was time for a shakeup. These Rare designs have been around for such a long time, and I think as we see more of this new Donkey Kong, it's making me realize just how much they were in need of a refresh. Not a huge change, but just enough to keep up with how expressive modern Mario titles are now becoming. But that's it for this news update. What do you think of Diddy Kong's new design? Are you sad that we're moving away from the Rare era of the Kong designs? Let us know down below and stay tuned for more news and updates from GVG in the days to come. Alright everybody, take care of yourselves. Till we meet again,